Good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm going to do a speech tonight about the fun and excitement of driving off-road vehicles, side-by-side off-road vehicles to be precise. The side-by-side off-road vehicle market is one of the most affordable and exciting ways to enjoy the outdoors and enjoy off-road driving. While the market continues to grow by leaps and bounds, very few people are aware of the humble roots of this phenomenon. As of 2015, the side-by-side vehicle market has grown to a $6 billion a year industry, and it owes much of its roots and success to human ingenuity and, surprisingly, to a bad economy. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the evolution of the side-by-side off-road vehicle. I've spent over 20 years personally enjoying off-road vehicles with quads, ranging from four-wheel drive trails to the sand dunes of Southern California. I also spent 4 years as a volunteer mechanic with a professional off-road race team in SCORE International and CORE Off-Road Racing Series. Whether it's the desert trails, the canyons, the mountain fire roads, or the dune fields, the seemingly endless dune fields of Southern California, side-by-sides are an extremely fun and affordable way to enjoy the outdoors. The side-by-side vehicle segment continues to grow at a tremendous rate. Much of the segment's popularity can be traced back to the introduction of golf carts to the sand dunes of Southern California and campers who wanted a better way to get around without taking their primary vehicle out. It can also be traced, the popularity can be traced back to a collapse in the world economy. When Kawasaki first introduced the Mule, or multi-use light equipment, back in 1988, it was just the beginning. No one could foresee that this humble vehicle would lead to a market segment selling 400,000 units a year. The popularity and affordability of side-by-sides are supported by the numbers. Off-road vehicles in general are 730,000 vehicles a year as of 2015. 400,000 of those are UTVs or side-by-sides. The Motorcycle Industry Council totaled a 2% increase from 2014 to 2015. So even though our economy is not fully engaged, the market continues to grow. Popularity breeds competition. Competition breeds new models, better features, more power. Manufacturers such as Polaris, Can-Am, Bombardier, Arctic Cat, and Yamaha are all producing several different models each year. More manufacturers are vying for the discretionary spending dollars of consumers, and that creates better models with more and more features. Models and features are configured to target different demographic types, from hunters and trail riders to duners. With all these makes and models, features to choose from, anyone can find the right machine for their tastes and their budget. Enthusiasts wanting something different, as well as a bad economy, helped spur the explosion in this industry. In the early to mid-90s, the sand dunes of Southern California were a hotbed for ingenuity and off-road vehicle experimentation. Campers started bringing golf carts with them so that they could travel from one campsite to the other and visit their friends and family without hopping on their primary motorcycle, quad, dune buggy. People eventually started to customize and build up their golf carts to be a little different. In 2003, Yamaha introduced the Rhino, which was the first dual-purpose sport and utility side-by-side vehicle. Off-roaders soon began to modify Rhinos for use in the dunes, getting not just from camp to camp, but also out to the points of interest in the dunes and riding in the dunes, just pure fun. In 2007 saw the introduction of the first true sport UTV, the Polaris RZR. The Polaris RZR. The RZR has commanded the market, lion's share of the market, ever since its inception. It still holds about a 60% market share when combined with, when looked at versus the other makers, Yamaha, Can-Am, Arctic Cat. And it especially rules the dunes. As you can see here, this one here is highly modified for dune use. UTV popularity has actually been aided in part by the financial crisis and the recession, the ongoing recession. Many off-roaders who through the years have desired a long-travel buggy to be able to shred the dunes were priced out of the market when the recession hit. Many of them were laid off, downsized, or even pay reduced. They kept their jobs, but their pay was cut. Many of them were forced to use the savings that they've been holding on to forever to try to earn the money, enough money to get that buggy, and they had to use that to survive. Side-by-sides offered a similarly capable vehicle at a much more affordable price. Side-by-sides provided consumers with ambition, but reduced incomes, the ability and opportunity to explore the off-road and explore their own creativity without breaking the bank. From the humble beginnings of the Kawasaki Mule and the Duners hopped-up golf carts, an industry has grown. Grown so that in 2016, the latest models from Can-Am and Polaris offer multi-cylinder turbo power and even seating for 4. Over 20 inches of suspension travel. Off-road adventures are an extremely fun way to explore the great outdoors. Side-by-sides offer an affordable, easily personalizable way to do this. This has been the basis of the side-by-side industry since its inception. The popularity of side-by-sides continues to grow, and manufacturers continue to refine and develop models to suit every need from hunters to trail riders to duners. All of these capabilities and performance are possible thanks in part to the ingenuity of some humble campers and a bad economy. Somebody wanting something different from the other guys. Hopefully, I've given you, the listeners, a little bit of inspiration to go out and explore the outdoors on your own, using your own side-by-side. Thank you. Yeah.